Hi, this is Rob Lee from Tarot with an Attitude. I want you to stick around for a minute. We're going to meet a lovely young lady from California, Nicole, who wanted to be on video and get a reading about how to change her living conditions and things going on. So stick around and you'll be able to see that reading. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, Rob Lee. You can reach me at tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. Reach out, talk to me about getting a personal reading, or there's gift certificates available, things like that, and I'll send you the link how to find that. Be looking out for tarotwithanattitude.com coming online hopefully this week. So you'll be able to reach out that way. Also, we have a Facebook page, Tarot with an Attitude. Go figure, the name, huh? Check us out there. We'd love to see you there. You can reach me through there as well. While you're watching our videos, reach up, hit that like button, tap the subscribe button, and ring that bell to make sure you're getting all the newest content as soon as it becomes available online. Again, I'd love to hear from you. tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. This young lady we're fixing to meet, what a lovely young lady and a very nice person. She reached out and was wanting to try to get some information about how she could change her living situation and some things that are going on. So she agreed that we could video this. So let's take a peek at this reading, shall we? And
Okay.
so we are going live, as they would say, but not live, I guess. We're recording with Memorex, if you remember those old commercials.
Oh, yes.
Okay, don't date yourself. Okay.
I know, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, Nicole, I appreciate you being here, and I know you're looking for a reading today. Was there
Yes.
something particular you wanted some insight on? Was there something when you said, let me connect up with this guy, that I want to find out? Well, that didn't sound right. When you said, I want to
I
get a
know.
reading from this guy, okay, that I'm particularly curious about.
Yes, I am. Well, actually, I'm a Gemini. Curious
Okay.
George, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, sorry about that. Alarm
No,
went
you're
off.
fine.
Um, so first question is my living situations. I would
Okay.
like to know about my living situations.
Your living situations. Okay. Let's
Yes,
take
I'd like to know how I can get into somewhere to
okay,
live.
a better place to live. Chloe wants to know when she's going to be able, or
My own place.
yes, how are you going to be able to better your living situation? What's the first thing that needs to happen to better your living situation? So I'm going to kick it over here. We're going to share this second camera so you can see the cards. May have to hold them up or whatnot, but here we go. So
Okay.
give the cards a good wrap, drive some energy through it. What does Nicole need to do, or what does she need to know about bettering her living situation? All right. Five of coins, and we're going to click in and out, bring that camera back into focus. It does that sometimes when I
Okay.
move in and out.
Okay.
And there we go. The five of coins, and for you, it came up reverse. The five of coins. Five are always about conflict. It's about tough times. It's about dealing with things. And coins in this situation, especially, are about your physical world. So,
Mm-hmm.
we're looking at, yeah, you might have to reach out for a little help here. And what this card always tells me as I bring it up, five of coins reverse, we're going to flip it over so you can see what it looks like to begin with. The
Okay.
stained glass behind means you're reaching out for help, but help is closer than what you think. Okay.
Mm.
You stop, get a fresh look. There's somebody there able to help you, because this lady's actually asking for handouts in front of a church. Okay. So the church is there to help. Help is close by. This is just like the midpoint in your life's journey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And for you, maybe you've been a little unwilling to ask for help. Does that sound
Yes.
okay? That's why it's flipped upside down. It came reversed, meaning you might be A little too proud. You might be, it's time to say, okay, am I blocking? There are people that are going to give me a help. I'm going to need a hand. Got to remember, we all need a hand from time to time, and that's
Right.
life. That's okay. But particularly when I'm getting the feeling when people that have helped you before have either asked too much from you or let you down. So you're a little reluctant to say, yeah, I'm going to let somebody help me. Does that ring true or ring a bell?
Well, the only person that was always there to help me was my father. My father passed away
Okay.
in this 2018, and the reason why I'm currently homeless is because my stepmother lied to my father and told him, don't worry, I'm not going to kick her out, because I was living there. And
Right.
she did. As soon as she chance she got, she evicted me out of my childhood home. My parents bought the home before I was even born. So she took
Okay.
everything. She took everything. And to this day, me and my sister haven't even seen a copy of the trust.
Got you. Okay. So this is, again, it gets back to you're not really, you don't know who to ask for help. So it is
Right.
talking about you. You're going to have to sort that out. There is somebody that's willing to help you. You've got to find out who that is, and don't be willing to talk about, or be willing to open up and discuss this right up front. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are going to need a little help, but you got to be willing to accept the help where it comes from. I don't know, maybe it might even be coming from her, but you're reluctant, like you said, to trust anything or
Yes.
know what's going
Yes.
on. So that could be what's playing at hand here. Let's look at the shadow card of this situation.
What about
Whoa.
government help?
Okay, we can look at that. Well, look at the shadow card in this
Uh
situation.
huh.
The magician. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very masculine authority figure, somebody who has all of um, they are in control. So this very well could represent government assistance. It could
Uh huh.
also just represent you have what it needs to get this thing done. There is so much going forward. Your mindset is going to be huge. So when we look at the magician, he's our first stop on the fool's journey. He is looking at where do we go? What do we do? And this is the first thing he learns is that a lot of this stuff you're going to have to deal with yourself. Everything you need
Yes.
is within your grasp. Okay.
Right.
The magician, if you look here at the card a little better, he's got the wands, which is one of the suits. He's got pentacles, which is a suit. He's got uh, the cups on his table, which is the suit. All of these are together. He's pointing up with one hand is below, as above, so below. So the
Right.
magician is a masculine figure. We often think of the government in a masculine kind of way. All
Right.
right. And the magician is actually saying, yeah, there are all kinds of things out here. You need to learn how to master them. And what
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting is there's a little fear in where to go or what to do.
Yeah.
Are you fearing the answer no? So a lot of times we drag our feet on asking. Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yes. And then
Okay.
I tried one place, and I was talking to this one guy in the city, through the city where I'm at, and he never signed me up to this program, which I thought he did. So when I went to the place where the program is located in May, and they said it's closed because of COVID, come back in August. I tried to call in August and they still don't answer because everything's still up in the air. So I'm
Right.
kind of waiting till COVID hurries up and gets over with. So that way, or get another job, a better paying job. So that, because right now, the job that I have enough money to pay my bills,
Right.
and I'm paying money to the person that I'm sleeping on their sofa, but it's not enough money to get me into an apartment because they want 3 times the rent, or it's just, or they want a high credit score. It's just, and that's not only my problem, it's the problem with a lot of people in United States, or California, I should say, because California is expensive.
Yeah.
But I was
No,
born and raised here, so
okay. No, I agree. And that's where a lot of it is most people don't realize, it's paycheck to paycheck for a lot of people. So
yes,
most people will, I'm one paycheck away from being homeless and you're there, So
yes,
I understand that. And that's what this is saying. You got to be willing to reach out for help, but you're going to have to take charge from what I see in this.
okay,
and
Right.
be very direct. I want you
Right.
to think about Merlin the magician, okay? When you're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with this issue of looking for help and coming to terms with it, a magician like Merlin is very direct at what he wants and what he needs to do, okay? Because if he's throwing a spell and he's kind of obtuse about the spell,
Mm-hmm.
you never know what you're going to get or summon, okay?
Right.
So you have to, when you're going back, go back to the office, knock on the door, find out what's going
Right.
on, and be
Right.
very direct with it. You can be kind and gentle and use that
Right.
beautiful smile you got and
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, dude, I got to get signed up for
Right.
this program. Okay.
Right.
You know,
Right.
how do I go about it? If
Right.
not, then point the finger at him and say, then you have to direct me. If we're still in the COVID stuff, I need you to direct me or help me find where to go. Now, one of the things I would tell you in our state, Florida, we have what we call 211. You can dial that
Oh
on your
yeah,
phone.
we have that here too.
Okay.
But they wanted me to go into a homeless shelter, and the homeless shelter, a lot of them, because my friend just came out of a homeless shelter, where a lot of them are on lockdown because of the COVID, and they will let the people out for work, but then you have to come back in and stay there. It's just, excuse me, my
Yeah, no,
alarm
you're
went off.
fine. You're fine.
So I just, I don't want to be in that situation at a homeless shelter. So I'm better off at my friend's house. But I was in motels where I was paying $525 a week or $85 a day. So I'm better at my friend's paying just $500 a month. But I still don't make enough money to save up because I have to pay her and then pay my storage and then pay my bills. So that's why I'm kind of stumped here.
I got you. So let's
Yeah.
look at what's your next move. What's the best
Okay.
move forward? Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of go there. Let's take a look there. What's Nicole's next move? What's the best move? How does she move forward in this? So let's take a look at that. Okay. And let's see what we've got. Okay. All right. Again, we come up with the Fool. That's funny, and it's inverted. So again, we're talking about you. All right.
I'm being the fool.
It's not the Fool. The Fool is innocent. He doesn't know. He's kind of like where you are. I don't know where to
Right.
go or what to do. So what
Right.
I'm seeing here is that a lack of knowledge is what's causing you this problem, and you're going to have to
Mm.
gain knowledge. The Fool's first stop in learning what to do to beat life was with the magician. So the first thing he
Mm-hmm.
has to learn to do is get control. Your thoughts kind of running rampant all the time because of your situation and everything
Yes.
else. Okay, bring them
Yes.
in. One of the things I'm seeing here is going to be you need to sit down and literally make a list. Write up a
Right.
list. Okay. And start with it might be kind of jumbled, but you're going to have to get that list specific. Where do I
Mm-hmm.
go? Who do I talk to? And start a task list. Just like if you were opening a business, you have a business plan. Here's what
Right.
I'm doing. I
Right.
talk to the advertisers, I go find, and you stick to that plan. You're going to have to call that 211 number. Don't take their
Right.
suggestions, call them back and say, what are all the options? And write them down.
Right.
Also, what
Mm.
are options that they don't give you? So think about it. There are churches that are willing to help. There are
Oh
other
yeah, that's
places and
true.
programs that are willing to help. Particularly, I don't know if California is like Florida or what I've seen fast, where a lot of like women have way more resources available to them from social work aspect than males. So there's always
Right.
something, because a big push is about keep people safe now, particularly females and women in our society. So
Right.
keep asking the questions. Take the trip, do the work. I know you're working, you got
Right.
a job, but when you get home, pull that book out, start looking at where you're
Right.
at, what's going on. And again, you're so worried about most of your cards are actually coming up reversed. You're so worried about the finances, okay, that it's causing you're more concerned with what you don't have and trying to get. And so it's causing you mental frustration. okay, is
Hmm.
what I'm seeing here. You're going to have to take charge. You're going to have to be that magician. You're going to
Right.
have to say, okay, I can't just sit here and stew about it. How
Right.
do I do it? The five of coins came up. Five pentacles. Again, we're dealing with conflict. Look, we've got conflict in your um, or what is this? No, eight of coins. You're going to have to, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's telling me you have to master your environment. Okay.
Right.
You have to master, there's going to be help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but help's not going to walk up to you. You have
Right.
got to get on that computer. Church, it's going to be your work to find out how to better your situation. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah. And I was doing the work before, but I kind of, because of COVID, I gave up and stopped.
That's okay.
Basically, that's what happened. I was doing 211, and then I was calling this other number and doing this, the one guy that I was trying to talk to, and he told me to come back in August. I should go knock on the door again, actually, like you said, and say, wait a minute, this is what you told me. I'm still couch surfing or
Yep.
struggling trying to get the money for a motel room. And well, not now, but I was a month ago. But luckily, my friend from high school, her mother said no, because a couple of days I slept in the car because I didn't have the money to get the motel room.
Right. And what I'm getting here is when I look at what the root cause of all this is, it's telling me again, internal. A lot of this is within you and you're blocking things. I get the huge feeling that procrastination is not the right word. I think if I say you catastrophize a lot, meaning you're worried so much about the bad outcome, it keeps you from really diving in and moving forward because you're more afraid of the no or what's coming.
Maybe
Okay.
that's
That
probably
that
and also I'm still trying to. I've grieved more of what my stepmother did than my father's actual death. So I'm still trying to get over that.
right.
I'm it's been in December, no, actually this month, October 12th. It's been a year I've been homeless that my stepmother did this to me. But she has been in my life since I was 9. So
Okay.
I grieved more about this than my father's actual death because she lied to my father.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to get over that.
I understand. And that's, some of this too is the actual what I want you to do. Here's the therapist side of me. I actually have a master's in social work.
Oh, okay.
And I combine the spirituality part, metaphysical part, and tarot part. I want you to sit
Hmm.
down and start writing, okay? Because you're kind of consumed, it sounds like, all right? And the way I'm feeling with what happened between her and your father,
Yeah.
and that's getting in the way of any forward movement, okay?
Right.
Because that happened between them. She
Right.
may miss you, okay? And she may be, well, this is her choice. If you're making this choice to kind of be afraid of her or move on, that's your choice. That's not her choice, okay?
Right.
Some of that is that I'm wondering if that's not your help closer by than what you realize, okay? Um, don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to talk to her. Don't, you're going to have to step into this. So what I'm getting is, let me see where we're at here. Yeah, justice. You're going to get out what you put in. All right. The justice card is karmic. Okay. It's a lot of karma. Whatever you're putting out in this is what you're going to get back. So if you're putting out worry, anger, frustration, that's what you're getting fed back. The world's like the universe. Remember energy. We
Right.
we think of energy as an actual uh entity, a human person. Energy is energy, okay?
Right.
It's just a reactive source, but I'm a true believer in the universe will give you back what you put out. So if you're spending your day, your evenings going, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, I'm frustrated with what my stepmom did to my dad, and you're focusing on all those negative aspects, Nicole,
Right. I'm
that's what the
actually I've
universe is
actually
giving you back.
I'm actually I've gotten better than a year ago.
Okay.
I keep myself busy and I work and And I really don't think about that anymore like I did.
Right.
I am healing, and I am moving forward. It's just that every once in a while I'll think about it, but not as much as I did.
Right.
So,
But again, you've got two jobs. You've got the job you're working to pay your bills. But think about, you ever worked two jobs before?
most of my adult life I've worked two jobs.
Okay, you know how you get off one and got to run right to the other, and we don't
Yes.
have time to
Yes.
shift gears. What's
Yes.
happening is you don't realize you have a second job, and you need to shift gears into changing your place. So when you get off that job, your next job is to go start making phone calls, is to go knock
Right.
on some doors. Your next job here is to be in control of
Right.
your emotions in life. That's the King of Cups just came up. King of Cups is all about mastering your emotions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Learning that, okay, I'm angry right now, but right now I'm on job two. And that means I need to put out what I want to get back. So I've got these three churches lined up today or on your day off, however you would do it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to go knock on these doors of this church. You know what? I'm going to put this crap aside and at least
Right.
call my stepmom and let's begin a new conversation. Let's find
Mm-hmm.
out what's going on, because she may be sitting there going, oh, I was wondering, when you were going to call. All right. Because the
Well,
anger, that hanging on to that negative stuff is doing absolutely no good for you.
the thing is, I I was told that she did witchcraft on my dad, and so and did witchcraft on my brother. My brother died in 2007, and my mom, who died in 1994, and my stepmother has been around since I was 9, and she was always jealous of my mother and my brother and me and my sister. She she was always bitter. She so it's like I don't really want to deal with her because she's a negative energy. So that's one reason. And then I was told from two different sources that they were trying to kill my dad. So I don't really want to go there.
Okay, then don't, but then leave that behind. You keep
I know.
living in it. Okay.
I know. I
It's
need to
one
move
of the first
forward.
things you brought up when we talked today. And so it's very heavy. So it's very still
Yeah.
up front and in your face. You're going to have to
Right.
leave that behind. I heard you say in here, and that gives me more of an explanation on this card, that you did witchcraft on your brother and he died.
No. No. I was told that she did witchcraft on my brother and my mother and my father. I don't know if it's true, but that is what I was told last
Okay.
year.
Okay. All right. But that again will be between them in the next life or in the next
Uh,
ascension or wherever they want to go or believe in. This
right.
is not yours to tote around. This is
Right.
between them. So you're not severing the source. So again, I come back to, you keep hanging on to this. This is weighing you. You're getting back what you're putting out. You've got to
Right.
learn how to cut that and let that go and move on with your new life. You've got to become the ruler and king of your own emotions and say, I've got new opportunity and availability here. One of the things I want to see here, let's see what's going. So,
And that's another thing is like I try calling the attorney. I've talked to free attorneys, and no attorney wants to help because of the fact that they won't get anything out of it.
right.
So me and my sister never got to see a copy of the trust, and my stepmother and her children know what's in the trust, spending the money, living with all my dad's stuff, and me and my sister, it's not the materialistic, it's the principle.
Okay, let me interrupt you here real quick and tell you from a
Yes.
legal if it's a trust,
Yes.
it's on
Yes.
file with the court. Go to the courthouse and ask for a copy. It's not that hard.
I don't need an attorney.
No, it's public
Okay.
record. It's public record. If there's a copy of the trust, my dad
That's
had a
that's
trust.
I did kind of looked it up, and it wasn't there, and it's probably because the attorney never filed it, right? So
Then
the
if the attorney never filed
and
it, then there is no trust.
okay,
It's
because
that I just went through all this with my parents. Trust me. If there's no record of a trust on file, if they didn't file that trust with the courthouse,
yeah,
there is no trust. It's just a piece of paper laying in the closet. Okay. So
So what does that mean?
that means everything goes now. You can actually request and contest everything and go into probate. Okay. But you're going in telling an attorney there's a trust. Well, the minute an attorney hears, well, there's a trust, there's nothing I can do about it, because a trust is literally running your estate from the grave. But if nobody knows what that trust says, and she is the executor of that trust, so you need to go get a copy of that trust or verify. Okay. And then your next step in when talking to an attorney is, aha, I found out he never filed the trust. There is no trust. This estate needs to be managed, and my sister and I have rights to this estate. So that's a conversation you need to have. So
Okay.
that may be talking about, you got to help yourself. You're still
Okay.
relying so much on what other people tell you. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to reach out, get aggressive with
Right.
it. Okay.
Right.
So go to the courthouse. If you know what county they lived in or where he would have
Oh
filed it,
yeah.
that's the county. Say, I need to know if there is a trust for this. The trust of the name of the trust, the estate, whatever it is. Okay.
I went to the courthouse and I did all that and there was nothing.
Okay. Then you might
I
have to
remember
check
that.
the
That was
surrounding.
months ago.
Okay. Then now you have a different conversation with an attorney. Okay.
Ah.
I was told there's a trust, but we can't find the trust. Okay. Now, yes, you will. Maybe this is what you're supposed to do while you're at your friend's house. You may have to give him some money for his people to do the research on it and find out if the
Yeah.
trust was there. Yes, in real estate like this, unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna have to pay up front to get the attorney involved. You're gonna have to give them some type of retainer, because they're gonna have to do
Right.
work actions before they can, obtain
Right.
anything. Then they don't even know what they're looking at. So yes, do
Yeah, they
your
wanted like $10,000.
Yep. Okay. So I know you don't have it, but
No.
start there. And then the next question for an attorney is, here's what I need. How do I go about this? Contact legal aid. Okay.
Right. I've done that before too.
Okay. But I don't think you're asking the right questions.
See,
And you,
and that's probably the reason why I gave up,
yep.
because and the COVID hit and couldn't get anywhere, because I was going to go in March to file on my own. File a certain form on my own, but then COVID hit and then the courts were closed. So it stopped me from doing anything. So and that was a form an attorney told me to file. And then after that, it kind of like,
The
so I need to,
procrastination part. It kind of like
yeah,
got easy to put off. So that's what you've
yeah,
done. Page of Swords is coming up for you. Page is about acting like a kid. Give that passion back, okay? In your head, your communication. You have to walk in there and be passionate. You have to say, no, I'm not going to
right,
sit back, okay? I am going to jump forward with this, okay? I'm going to have to fight for what I want, okay?
right,
And be like a teenager throwing a little fit, go in the court and go, I need help. I need help. Go to legal aid. I need help. I need help.
right, right,
Sometimes to get help, you can't be super nice, okay?
right,
Because the minute a lot of these people who are overworked, overtaxed, or whatnot, they get you to say no, they're free and clear you and you walk off, okay?
yeah,
Don't be that person, okay?
right,
Get up, take charge, find out what's going on, get that passion back, and go find out what's happening in with this whole trust thing. Because
right,
yes, the next step, Knight of Wands, forward movement, passion, desire. Once you decide to take this task on, you move forward with it like a knight would, a true knight. Think of the Knights of the Round Table, King Arthur, Sir Galahad, Lancelot.
right,
Once they
right,
were given a task by the king, man, all they did was move forward and nothing kept them from fulfilling that task. You need to take on that knightly attitude in fixing your own problems and going
right,
through and stop relying on people. No, somebody's going to give me an answer. Okay.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. If you do that, then what we're looking at is, yeah, you're going to have to, the Two of Cups is actually coming into play here, meaning you'll find a new partner. You're going to find someone to help you out. There's a new partnership ahead in your future. Okay.
Oh, good.
There's something coming on. So if we look at that, that's where we're going. The Two of Cups. By charging ahead, moving ahead, you're not going to find somebody to help you by sitting back waiting for somebody going, oh, let me help you. Okay.
Right.
You've got to go get it.
Right.
Get real, get moving, okay, and get things going. And that's going to be the first step. Is you got to attack this thing. Go to the
Right.
courthouse, make sure it's not in other counties. Go into an attorney and go, I'm homeless, I need help. Here's what's going on. There's money out there, but I'm being lied to. Somebody help me. Legal aid, same thing. You keep telling it. Stop taking no for an answer. Eventually, at some point, you will
Somebody.
find the help you need, okay?
Right. Right.
But you're going to have to go get it, okay?
Right.
That's what I see for you is stop sitting back, get motivated, okay?
Well, this
Take charge.
COVID BS didn't help.
What's that?
This COVID BS didn't help.
No, it did not. So what we're going to do here, we're going to close out, and I am going to do a final, where's Nicole? How can Nicole get some peace? How can Nicole get some peace today through all this stuff? And we're back to coins for you. And the Four of Coins in your manifestation world, you got to build a good base.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got to build a good base. Maybe you've got a base, and some of what just hit me too. You get money and you're paying your bills, and you're so worried now about paying your bills. That's become paramount in your universe and so you don't want to use any money towards anything else. Building a good base financially is a good solid thing, but if you hold on to it too tight and you don't use it where it needs to go to help you, you're not going to get ahead. If you notice, he's grasping everything. He's made it, but he's got that I'm hoarding this look on my face. It's hard for you not to do right now, but be open that you might have to spend a little bit of money. I didn't say a lot of money, okay? But you might have to get somebody that's going to help you, and you can find it. But you've got to start building a new solid base for yourself, and that is with finances. You putting anything in savings?
No.
Okay.
And when I get my paycheck, it goes. I have to pay everything, and then I have $0. But I'm out there doing like Postmates and Instacart, so I can have extra money. No, because you know what? I'm a driver actually, so I drive for a dispensary, which I should go look for another job because I've been an administrative assistant for over 20 years. But I fell into a driving job after working for an attorney, being a driver and driving all over to these different counties. So now I drive for a dispensary after doing Uber. So now I'm at 300,000 miles in my car. So now it's like I should just, I've had people all the time pressuring me, go get another job, go get a job, go get a job at McDonald's, do whatever. And I'm just like, but wait a minute. I've been
Yeah,
an
but there's a
administrative
key
assistant.
word. There's a key word. Yeah, but.
Yeah.
What now? Let's do that. I hate the but word. I really hate the but word. So we're going to finish up here, and I just want to give you something to think
Okay.
about. Okay.
Okay.
The but word means you're right, and let's put a different word in instead of but. Now I want to do it my way. Okay. People are trying to help you. People are trying to tell you, all right, you can't continue to doing this all your way. How's that working out for you? Okay.
Right.
So that's what I'm getting from these cards is this confusion and everything coming up reversed. A lot of these problems are within yourself. You've got to go find that new ground. You've got to find that new you. Okay.
Right.
You've got to attack things from a whole different light. And that's where you're going to make the change in your life,
Right.
physically and mentally. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
All right. Good deal. Wow. What a nice woman, huh? Just want you to think about that, sometimes we kind of know what's going on inside and we know what we need to do, but we're really reluctant and we kind of make ourselves, push off. Catastrophizing is a huge thing, and that's a big word to say. You're so worried about a negative outcome, you don't make any movement ahead right now. And you might as well just be in the catastrophe because you've already told your brain and your body is all keyed up. because that's the reality you're living in, and that's the reality you're making for yourself. So change your focus. Start with that meditation. Get up. Set your intentions for the day and say, I'm going to make a new world for myself. This is Rob Lee, Tarot with an Attitude. tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to you personally. Like to hear from you. Have a great and wonderful day.